frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There is no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find it hard to believe. Mr. Sawwood, why are you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you had to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but there was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. The time of the discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. But I already tried to explain it. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. I'm gonna press. Are you sure it was a television and not a... Wow, really? That's what you're gonna go for? You're not gonna go for, hey, why couldn't you hear that there was a noise coming specifically from inside the building rather than outside of the building? I mean, is there nothing like that you're gonna say instead? Well, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm not the NPC. Well, actually, playable character. Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness had testified he heard the time. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. I'm gonna press. Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong. True. Right. I think the problem lies somewhere else. We're agreed that you heard the time of the scene then. I'm bothered that, you can't tell, the direction of the noise apparently, and that nobody knows that the TV was on when the body was found. I mean, presumably. I have no other witness. That's why I thought it was 1 o'clock p.m. Sorry for the terrible misunderstanding. How can I... Oh! Shoot! It couldn't have been this, because, remember, the blackout. Oh, there we go. Whoosh! Hold it right there! See, I'm good. I'm smart. The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and the record proves it. You couldn't have heard television or video. Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Sawwit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Aha! Wait, I remember now! Mr. Sawwit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. See, we're going over time, but we're coming to the end of this, so I'm sorry it's taken so long. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawwit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Whoa, okay. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim, yeah. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. Then I guess I would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Press. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered the table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Nah, this is the murder weapon. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Well, this statue. Now, how is it this is supposed to be a clock? What? You and your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawwit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue, my apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness' testimony is correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yeah, I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness' testimony. The only way he could have known that that weapon was a clock is to have held it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Sir, clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim. Tell me, isn't it true that you knew the victim? In fact, you were one of her sugar daddies. Be frank with us, Mr. Sawwit. Frank? I'm always frank. Your Honor, we have complete records of the victim's relationships. Mr. Frank Sawwit does not appear anywhere. Huh? Oh, really? Please, Mr. Wright. Is the best response you can muster up? Please refrain from making any off-the-cuff accusations in the future. Yes, Your Honor. Let me think this over. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the department, but then he had the crime and he has another. Oh, whatever, alright, he went in the apartment. You're lying! You went inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and you shoved on of the blow, triggering the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawwit, The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandably, since the murder weapon just spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean I saw. Ah! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn! Give him death! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There's a shred of evidence supporting the defense claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawwit heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, try sounding the clock. Well, if you check the batteries, I mean, it would be dead, which would explain why it was the wrong time. All you have to do is examine the batteries. Indeed, the batteries are in the right way. The clock seems to be working fine. What exactly do you mean, Mr. Wright? Yes, the clock is working fine. Yes, and? But... oh wait, it wouldn't sound if the batteries were off. Alright, never mind. I expect more from a lawyer of this court, even if this is their first day. I'm afraid to have to penalize you. Try to think this through more carefully. Yes, Your Honor! As I was saying. Alright. Let's not make any more mistakes. Try sounding it. Let's sound the clock now. Here, in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Oh, that certainly is a strange way to announce the time! Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between that what Mr. Sawwit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawwit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what is he talking about? Well, it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it, so close, Mr. Wright. It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawwit. I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happened. They treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawwit! Yeah, I mean, Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over! I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that! Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes! Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? There is a piece of evidence, the court record, that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let me see you pull this one off! Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Let's see. It's rather heavy. Passport. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. The victim had just returned from home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 o'clock p.m. here, it's 1 o'clock a.m. the next day. There. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard, sorry, wrong voice. That's why the time you heard struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough that you, Mr. Sawwit, or should I say, Mr. Did It, Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay! Yay! Larry, you're a free man. And with that, the court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Sawwit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawwit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawwit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32, District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. Phew. Still can't believe we won. Can I say it this way? No. Okay. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've been on trials and on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief look this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No. I mean, bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Let's see. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock that you made her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Huh. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it as what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. I hope that made me feel a bit better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. Never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocence. Butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. maybe of drinks. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then. That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end of part 1. Okay, so thank you for sticking with me. If you hadn't noticed already, I split the episode in parts because I did not expect this to take almost an hour. I probably should have, but I did not, and I didn't know when to cut it off while I was filming this. So thank you for your patience and waiting for the next episode. I had a blast doing this. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. And you don't make fun of me too bad for my mistakes. This is gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you for the people who recommended this to me on my Tumblr. If you liked this, please comment, like, and if you want to see more videos like these, please subscribe. That'd be a huge bit for me. It'd be really cool. And let's get to the next murder. I have a feeling it's gonna be big. Cool. Alright, well, thank you.